So we're all talking about a level of professionalism across the industry. Justin, let me bring you in here and ask you, you've worked both individually and also you work with many speaker bureaus. Have you seen speakers as well as bureaus get more professional in your illustrious career so far?
I have seen... I started off doing the vast majority of my work through bureaus. And the troubling thing that I've seen over the past few years is that there seems to be less work coming through many bureaus. And I'm not quite sure what that's a function of. I think things got a little tougher post-2008. I happen to really enjoy working through bureaus. I think it makes a lot of sense for a client to come and talk to somebody who's impartial. It carries a lot more weight when there's somebody putting me up and saying, this is the right guy for your conference, than me saying I'm the right guy for your conference. I mean, with respect, I'd like to think that if I felt I was the wrong guy for a conference, even if somebody came to me directly, I wouldn't take it. But obviously, you're gonna have a lack of bias when you've got somebody like a bureau. And of course, Paul's with us on USB, and I know that's what USB really prides itself on, and there's other bureaus in the audience as well who do the same thing. So I like the bureau system. I think it's really great, but I've seen less work coming through, and I think it may have got tougher. I know I was talking to Neil from Speakers of Note, and Neil, I hope you won't mind me saying this, but I think it's a relevant point. Neil was saying that he feels that more and more is coming through the internet, and people are wanting to go direct. Well, I must tell you as a speaker, I still think bureaus are the way to go. As far as I'm concerned, the commission that I pay, this is really important. We have I was involved at the Professional Speakers Association to set up a committee, a speaker bureau and speaker committee. Jacques, I don't know if that's still operating. That was a few years ago. But I think that was really important. We set up so commission structures. For instance, what's really important, and I really hope that all speakers and entertainers will buy into this, is that there's a single exit price. So if somebody's coming to me, or they're going to a PCO, or they're going to a bureau, they're getting the same price. The idea that the speaker or the entertainer is going to undercut is absolutely absurd, because the PCO and the bureau is out there marketing. As far as I'm concerned, that 20% commission is my marketing fee, it's my administration fee, it's my management fee, and I pay it very happily. So, but I think for me, these are important industry standards, and I would like to see more of the single exit price strategy, and I think that is a policy that the PSA is promoting heavily. So I think things have got more professional. I mean, we're talking about these things. I think there's more and more of that happening. And I think we need to keep talking and having these kinds of forums. And I'd love to hear from the audience what they think, what we should be doing differently to ensure that those relationships work. Because often there's a lot of resentment. I mean, if I look at the infighting over the years, it's, well, who's getting what commission? And there's somebody putting on a bigger commission or taking... I think if there's a set of standards, and I think that should be transparent. I think clients should know as well what they're paying. And I think that will give a lot of professionalism to our industry.
Pardon me, so absolute transparency, and you're seeing more professional services being delivered?
Well, yes. I'm not saying that there aren't lapses, but certainly if I think back 15 years ago, things, to my mind, have got better. I'm just saying that I think that post-2008, bureau business seems to have slipped off a little. I must tell you, having got back from the United States, there you have we've got a speaker association of 105 people. Their speaker bureau association is made up, I think, of 300 bureaus alone in the States. And those bureaus seem to be riding strong. They also took a hiding post-2008. I sat with Washington Speakers Bureau. He was telling me post-2008 they lost 30% of their business, and they haven't recovered it. So it's not to say that everything's hunky-dory there, but I think the bureau model still is alive and well.